What y'all got?
We got street corn. We got cinnamon crunch corn. Good old butter, sweet corn.
Welcome to the Indiana State Fair, where deep frying is an art and your gym membership quietly weeps. First held in 1852, this just isn't a fair, it's the fair. We're talking over 900,000 visitors, 250 plus food options, and more livestock than a Disney Sidekick edition. Want to see buttered sculptures? Boom, done. Want to ride a Ferris wheel after eating a 3-pound tenderloin sandwich? They won't stop you, but your intestines might. So grab your stretchy pants, pack your sense of wonder and regret, and enjoy the wildest 250 acres of fried chaos Indiana has to offer. So, let's do this. With over 250 options, choosing what to eat can feel like a delicious crisis. Pro tip, get here right at 8 a.m. when the gates open. Sure, some vendors are still waking up, but hey, no lines, no stress, and you get first dibs on all the deep fried chaos. All right, next up, a bacon honey bun burger. You can't beat that. Let's go check it out. Now we're with Joe here at Wildest Concessions, trying out the bacon honey bun burger. So who came up with this idea, Joe?
My friend Don sold the Krispy Kreme burger for 18 years, and so in March, when we were doing the entries for the food contest, I just had a box of honey buns in the kitchen, and I started messing around with it.
So let's see how this creation is made. In here with Joe, let's check this out. So we take 2 honey buns, put them into a tray, to the burger station. Burgers are sitting here with some grilled onions and some bacon. The breakfast of champions. Okay, and that's it. All right. It's a burger, sandwiched between 2 grilled honey buns. Why? Because we believe in freedom and high blood sugar. If breakfast and lunch had a baby during spring break, this is what it would be. All right, next stop, fried Oreos. All right, so I'm in the kitchen with Sabrina, and she's gonna walk me through how this creation is made. Culinary chaos, a pickle and Oreo, deep fried together because somebody dared to ask, what if we just, and did it anyway? And then they're gonna get a couple pickles tossed in on top of them. Everybody loves to have a pickle on top of them. Alrighty, they're gonna take a bath together, take a dip. Oh, that's quick. Up and into the fryer. I could probably do this at home. So while that's taking a bath with some hot Oreo, screaming for mercy, I guess it don't stay in there long? Couple of minutes? All right. So who came up with this creation? Whose idea was it?
It was a group effort.
A group effort?
A couple people brainstorm in our off time.
All right. And they're out. There it is. Pickle fried Oreos. This has really got my brain confused. Dude, that's freaking crazy. This is some crazy Indiana Fair food. Man, look at all that goodness coming out of there. Now this is a flight I'm willing to board. 3 Italian-inspired funnel cakes, coming in hot and highly frosted. All right, I'm here with Greg, who's got the Trio of Italy. Wait, correct me on that, bro.
Trio of Italy.
Trio of Italy.
Yep.
For the funnel cake. Where'd the idea come from for that?
We're always trying to come up with different toppings for the funnel cakes, and one of my favorite desserts is tiramisu.
Okay.
And we thought, that's a good option, but what if we came up with a whole flight of funnel cakes and did 3 mini ones on a plate, and then we just kind of bounced off the idea of just Italian desserts, so we came up with Italian wedding cake, tiramisu, and cannoli.
We got our funnel cakes. This is a pile of sugar, and I'm sure my doctor's not going to approve of this. That's freaking crazy. Is it good? Yeah, she's good. She's good. All right, so that's the funnel cake. That's the funnel cake. Now to the next stop. Now this next one is a real sweet one for me. because these aren't your grandma's beignets, unless she likes hers with a little attitude. So I'm here with Jill. She's here gonna help me make some hot honey beignets. So let's check it out, Jill.
The yeast-based dough, and
All right.
roll it into a rectangle. And I gotta work it out.
Okay.
Because we want it to fluff up nice. So we kind of work with it. Make our 6 cuts.
Okay.
And then we'll go over there to the deep fryers with it.
All right. Now, being originally from Louisiana, this is a very special treat for me. All right, here we go. Try a small one. Here we go, here we go. Man, like the powdered sugar just kind of pulls you in, and then the hot honey kind of taps you on the shoulder, like, hey, we're not done here. Man, it's sweet, spicy, surprisingly grown up for something that looks like it belongs at the kids' table. Whoa. This corn showed up dressed to impress. Flavor on point, texture for days, and vibes like it RSVP'd to its own surprise party. All right, so the skewer goes inside the corn. It gets a nice little batter. Man, that looks like it's gonna be real good. Whoa. Wow. Gets another little coating. Now we're at Stella at Cantina Louie. And what's this called?
The fried corn.
The fried corn? So what is this dipped in? Can you explain to me what's all on it?
Buttermilk, and then we have a dry batter. It's
Okay.
a little spicy, a little salty. Super yummy.
Okay, cool. All right, let's try it out and find out. Pretty good. Thanks, Stella. Hey, I'm here with Derek. I'm gonna get it right eventually. Derek is here at Fair Living Concessions here at the fair. He's gonna make a street cup corn with cinnamon toast crunch. Is that what it is? I got that right? Cinnamon crunch corn. And what's this? Now we give it a little breakfast touch. There we go. All right, so I'm getting ready for it. Okay. So this is Indiana corn.
Indiana grown, Indiana home.
Let's go ahead and taste it and see how I do. All right, here we go. And I got so many questions on this. Now, why is this corn dressed like a Saturday morning? And why does it taste like nostalgia just punched me in the tongue? I hate how much I like this.
Good old butter, sweet corn. Who wants corn? You want corn.
Right now. So at the next stop at Sati Babi, I'm here with Martin. He's the one that's running this stand here at the State Fair. So Martin, tell me what we got going on here.
Yeah, so what we have is our Filipino food. My dad came from the Philippines. This is marinated pork on a stick. It's called Sati Babi. This is my nephew Will cooking it. The two things that we sell here primarily are Sati Babi egg rolls and freshly squeezed lemon shake-ups.
Okay, now it's time to test this out and try it. All right, going to the fair, you always got to get something on a stick. So, Sati Babi steak on a stick. Yeah, it's tender, it's tangy, sweet, tangy. There's a whole lot going on with this skewer.
Is it pork, beef, chicken?
This is pork. This is pork on a stick. This just isn't a snack. It's a weapon of mass deliciousness. I feel like I'm about to enter a flavor battle and lose happy. Our first Filipino food. smells like key lime. All right, I think it's official. That's real good. Man, I think the mayor should give this pie the key to the city. Get it? Key? One more. Now, this is the mozzarella grilled cheese. Let's go ahead and check out that cheese pull on it. We'll try it in. Oh, look at that. That's inside a Gouda. Oh my Gouda. After eating our way through deep fried chaos and sugar coated madness, one bite stood above the rest. The Fried Pickle Oreo. It's crunchy, it's creamy, it's so confusing in all the right ways. I've consumed over 20,000 calories and at least 3 questionable life choices. So I'm officially going on a hunger strike until dinner. Now it's your turn. What's your favorite fair bite? Or which one of these Frankenstein snacks would you try? Let us know in the comments before we pass out from a funnel cake cone. Until next time, see you in the next video.
You ever had in this here?
Try one, 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 try one.